YouTube? It's your boy, it's called the TV. What's going on, YouTube? What's going on with it? I'm back. And I'm back with a crazy story for y'all. You feel me? I'm back, man. This story is about a kid named Lenny. I met Lenny a good 2, almost going on 3 months ago. I met him early November at another job I applied for, a warehouse job I applied for, overnight shit, right? And I met Lenny doing orientation. You feel me? Lenny was about 5'6". He was black and white. And me, you know what I'm saying? He was like a skinny dude, and he gave me nerdy vibes. You know what I'm saying? He gave me nerdy vibes off the rip. Like, I seen dude, I thought he was like a nerd. I thought he was a square. You know what I mean? I just thought, you know, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. You feel me? That's basically what it was. I'm thinking, he really ain't too much. He probably ain't gonna be at this job too long. You feel me? But Lenny, as time went on, Lenny gave so many red flags. Boy, it's not even crazy. Like, his red flags started at orientation. You know what I mean? We had 2 days of orientation. The second day at orientation, boy. That's what I should have realized, to stay the fuck away from this guy. You feel me? We working at this warehouse. He came from further upstate. Like, he was like somewhere further up. And he came down to where I'm at, because where he was at, there wasn't really no jobs. So I'm saying, so he was like, oh, I was living further upstate, whatever. And he was just like, there ain't really no jobs up there. And all of that. And plus, the snow up there is crazy. They get hit with crazy snow. You feel what I'm saying? So he came further down over to where my area is, you know. And it's jobs, you know what I'm saying? It's warehouses, it's retail, it's a whole bunch of shit. He decided to go warehouse, whatever. The second day of orientation, right? We going through orientation. And, you know, I'm sitting next to the dude, first of all. He came in with a smell that bothered the fuck out of me. He had an aroma. I don't know if that's his natural odor, but it didn't smell nice. So I'm like, you know, he kind of smell and shit. Another dude in orientation, he was a Jamaican dude. Now, this Jamaican dude, his name was Phil. And he was a straight raw dude. Like, he was straight to the point. He was mad blunt. He was, whatever he thought he wanted to say, he said it out his mouth before he thought about it. So as we going on in the orientation, the Jamaican dude started, hey man, what's the smell? You know, he get into his accent, because he had a strong accent. Hey man, you smell that? He started asking people, like, he doing it because he don't want to hear the, you know, the teacher or the supervisor to hear him. So he like, smell that, dog? I'm like, yeah, it's kind of strong. So Lenny, he started looking at people, like, and people, you know, they smelling it. And he like, Lenny like, I don't know what that smell is, right? So I kind of linked over towards him to smell his area. And I was like, yo. And when nobody wasn't looking at him, he looked at me. I was like, yo, bro, you good? He like, yeah, I'm cool. I was like, that aroma coming from you. He like, what? He like, yeah, that aroma. Like, you all right? I'm asking him, is he good? Because, you know, when people normally don't bathe, they going through some shit. That's just how I think. I feel like if you don't wash your ass, you going through some shit. So he like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm like, so he smell himself. He knows him, because he kind of excused himself, right? Around the time I told him about it, it was lunchtime. So I'm sitting in here with the Jamaican dude. A couple of dudes go out, they go grab some lunch. He one of the dudes that go grab some lunch. So the Jamaican dude's sitting there with me. I'm on my phone watching TikTok videos. And he go, dog, you good? You didn't get no food, man? I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. I had me a muffin and a bottle of lemonade. So I'm like, I'm good. I I'm good. Plus, orientation really wasn't that long that day. It was like the second day, and it was like, all right, this day gonna fly, gonna be like a good 6 hours, and then we out of here. So I ain't really think about bringing something heavy, you feel me? So he like, yo, dog, you sure y'all want something? Now he had some type of West Indian food, and I'm looking, I'm like, it look good, but I'm good. He like, you sure, dog? You're skinny, man. You need to eat. You need to eat. I'm like, I'm good. I appreciate it, though. So he like, all right. So Lenny came back. You feel me? Lenny comes back in. Now, it's me, Lenny, and the Jamaican dude. We sitting there. Lenny come in, and the smell is gone. So obviously he took care of the smell. I was like, that was kind of fast. He took care of the smell, and then he looked at me. He was like, yo, I'm good. I'm good. He kind of like, fanned himself so he could, you good, you took care of it, good. So the Jamaican dude, that was him smelling like that. All right, I'm like, yeah. He like, oh, he took care of it. Yeah, my man. And then he dapped me, the Jamaican dude. He dapped me, like, good job telling him. Because he was like, yo, I was going to tell him and embarrass him because there's women in here too, your helmet. So I'm like, yo, you got to chill, bro. You got to chill, right? So Lenny ain't hear what he was saying because he was talking to me. So Lenny pulls out his food. And when he pulls out his food, that should have been another flag for niggas to be like, all right, something wrong, kid. He pulls out his food, and we smell the food, and the food smelled crazy. I thought it was just the odor, but the food, it hit us too. It was just like, what the fuck is this nigga eating there? So mind you, it was just me, him, and the Jamaican dude. Pulls out his food, and he looking at us, and we looking at him. We like, yo, what you got over there? He like, oh, I got something I just whipped together. I'm closer to him. I'm sitting like closer to him, so I could actually see what's on his plate. He had one of them, plastic bowls that come with the lids that you get at your regular grocery store. You feel me? So I'm looking, and from my point of view, I look like I could see two little eyeballs on his plate. You feel me? On this little bowl. So my face screwed up. I'm like, yo, boy, for real, what is that? He like, to be real with you really want to know? I'm like, yeah. He like, it's squirrel. Nigga, squirrel? You out here eating squirrel? He like, yeah, I like to try different shit. I'm like, nah, the Jamaican man like, boy, no, you didn't just say squirrel, man. Your boy eating a squirrel? He eating a squirrel? He started losing it, so I'm laughing. I'm like, yo, boy, you really eating a squirrel? He like, yeah, it's pretty good. I cooked it up and everything. And the way he told us he cooked it, I should have known something was either mentally is something wrong, or he's just trying to adapt to a new lifestyle that he's trying to work on. So boy, like I killed it, I shot it. So what the fuck you shoot it with, a BB gun? He like, nah, I shot it with a rifle. That should have been a red flag for niggas. He said he shot it with a rifle. So when he said that, I was like, you own a rifle? He like, yeah, you could just walk in the store and buy one. So I'm like, all right, brushed it off. So he was like, I was out hunting for deers, whatever, but I ain't seen no deers. I said, you got a permit for that? You know you need a permit. He like, I ain't got no permit. I said, this motherfucker on some other shit. So he ends up seeing a squirrel. He was like, he couldn't find no deers that day, so he found a squirrel. He shot the squirrel, picked this shit up, and he started like a little campfire wherever he was at. And he, you know how they cook them turkeys at Boston Market when they turn them shits on the grill on that heated shit? He basically did that, but with a squirrel out in the wood. My guy, he set up a fire, like a little campfire. He cooked the motherfucker right there. So I'm like, yo, you cooked that motherfucker when? He said, I cooked it yesterday, like yesterday afternoon. I just didn't eat it. I just cooked it up because I had got a phone call, so I had to leave. So I just brought it with me. And I think I'll have it for lunch when I go to orientation. So the Jamaican man like, yo, dog, I don't even want to eat no more, man. Eating squirrel, Oh, man, I need a blunt after that. So the Jamaican dude, he go out a good 10 minutes before break was out there and smoke a blunt. Lenny look at me like, yo, is there something wrong with what I'm doing? I say, nah, it's just people not used to hearing other people eating squirrel, literally. You know what I'm saying? So that's something new. He definitely not familiar with. You know what I'm saying? But if you trying squirrel, you liking it, hey, my dude, enjoy. You know what I mean? So he got comfortable with me real quick after that. Mind you, me and him working the same shift. We doing overnight. So After that situation, right, it's the start of the first day. It's the start of the first day and shit. And work went smooth. I was talking to Lenny here and there. I mean, he telling me, he telling me a little about his life. His father was abusive and shit like that. And his mother left and she ain't look back. And he had an older sister. He had a younger brother. The older sister left because the father was too wicked. The older brother, he in jail. No, the younger brother in jail. He in juvenile. So Lenny was basically like, he had to get out his pops' wins. He left his pops and went on his own. And he basically, telling me a little rundown about his life. I'm like, damn, son, you went through some shit. God dang. He like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Now, after, we worked together the first night, I want to fast forward a couple weeks in. It's a girl there named Ashley that worked with us. No, she works the evening shift. So that's like a afternoon going into the night type of shift. 2 to 10, 3 to 11 shifts. She works one of them shit, right? And this girl was well talked about at work because she was a white girl, that's one. Two, she had the body of a black woman. You feel me? She had that nice curve. She had no stomach. Her tits sit right, and her booty is nice and it's fat and it's hers. And when she walked, it jiggled. It had all the dudes wanting to get at her. One dude eventually got her, but he did her dirty. You feel me? He did her dirty. So she stopped really messing with dudes that she worked with until she came across Lenny. Now, mind you, she don't normally see us, but one day she just so happened to stay later. She runs across us. So I'm coming in. I see her. I'm like, damn, that must be the girl everybody talking about. Shorty got the wagon. I mean, Shorty had the wagon. You feel me? So I pop. I see her. I'm like, oh, all right. Now, mind you, Shorty got a nice body, but her grill ain't too nice. You know what I'm saying? Her face is just, all right, you got a nice body. I see why niggas is on you, but if your grill ain't all there. She had the nerdy look. She had the big bogey glasses, and she had acne. It was real bad acne on her face. So I was like, oh, all right. You just got a nice body. All right. That's why niggas is on you. Okay. So I peeped her. You feel me? I peeped her, whatever. Right after I peeped her, I'm getting situated, getting myself ready for work. Lenny walked in. She peeped Lenny and was like kind of staring at him as he walked in. And mind you, Lenny, he a little nerdy guy too. He look a little nerdy when you see him. And it's just like, oh, they kind of locked eyes. And she kind of approached him first. So she approached him and I see them talking. So I'm like, all right, maybe my boy might get it. All right, my boy might get it. Cool. Fast forward a week later, Lenny been telling me they've been talking. Now, I mean, they've been talking and all that. Now, during the mix of them talking, Lenny's been having situations at home, right? He's been having situations at home, like his living condition situation was bad. He was staying with a friend and all that, and then it kind of just went bad. I don't know if they had a bad fight or some shit or whatever the case may be, but one day he came into work, and then he was very upset. Like, he was pissed. He came into work one night, pissed the fuck off, and he kind of was to himself that night. So I kind of figured something was going on. So I didn't say nothing to him the whole shift. So I let him rock until like till the shift was over. I was like, yo, bro, you good, bro? You kind of been to yourself. He's like, nah, I ain't really want to talk to nobody because I got shit going on. I said, cool. I fell back once he said it. All right, my boy, I holler at you. The next shift, following day, he came to work, right? He got to work before me. You feel me? And I seen his car. When I seen his car, he was still sitting in it. And I'm looking, I'm like, he got mad niggas in his car. So I'm like, yo, he gets out. I'm like, yo, bro, why you got mad niggas in your car? You know you about to go to work. He said, niggas, I ain't got niggas in my car. That's my clothes. I'm like, you living in your car? He like, yeah, my situation got bad. I'm looking for a spot. So I told him about a little motel, like one of them little motels where you could rent a room at around the corner from the warehouse. So he was like, word? I was like, yeah, that's just literally down the street. So, and I was like, yo, when I told him that, I also follow up, was like, yo, so how you and Ash been doing? I know you and her been talking. I remember you was telling me you was talking to her. It's been going cool. I really didn't really hit her up because of my living situations. I didn't want to let her know what I'm going through and all that. And then mind you, as we were talking, she's pulling up behind us. You feel me? Remember, we work overnight. Now that they've been talking, she been kind of slacking, trying to stay back just so she could see him. So I'm like, shit must be getting serious. So she's staying a little late to see him. And then some nights she'll stay a little extra 4 hours, do like a little 4-hour overtime, just to be close to him and talk, because they off days was kind of like, it wasn't rocking. They couldn't see each other type shit. So she kind of just stayed back just so she could see boy. And she seen his car, was like, why you got all your clothes in your car? So he had to come clean and was like, yo, my living situations is crazy. She was like, why you didn't tell me? Why you didn't tell me? You could come stay with me. You come stay with me. And his eyes lit up like, all right. Like he jumped at it head first. So I'm the type of person, you know what I mean? Just from my point of view, when somebody offered me a place to stay, I'm not going to jump at it head first. You know what I mean? You don't know what you walking yourself into doing that. Lenny, just one of them type of people, he going with the wind. You feel me? He's going with the wind. So boom, they start living together. They officially hook up. She changes her whole shift to the overnights. So now that she changed her shift to the overnights, him and her got the same days off now. So Ashley got 2 friends at work, and they're friends outside of work as well. She friend with this one black girl, and she friend with this one Puerto Rican girl. Now the black girl, she's your typical black girl. She's straightforward. She raw. You know what I mean? The Spanish girl's like, she's in between. So they didn't approve of their relationship. I don't know why, but it's something Ashley had told them to make them not feel comfortable with Lenny. So I'm like, what the fuck going on now? Like, they just got together not too long ago. It ain't even been a month yet. So fast forward, it's been a month after we done started this job. It's going into a month and 2 weeks since we've been there. Lenny and Ashley having problems. From my point, it was good. They was going on dates. They was rocking. They was, they was out. And I don't have neither one of them on social media, but the girls be talking like, yo, look, like one day Ashley called out, and she called out her shift, and her 2 homegirls that was there was like, they was talking amongst her like, yeah, girl, Ashley called out. I think her and Lenny went away, and they was looking at pictures on social media. I think it was Instagram. They were looking at her Instagram, and him and Ashley was just like at like some kind of getaway or something. He kind of requested it off. She couldn't do it in time, so she just called out for that one day. And I thought they was rocking. You know what I'm saying? I thought their relationship was rocky. I thought it was good. I thought it was, they're about to be new couple goals. No, I was wrong. Apparently, they was having some type of issues to the point where she was ready to let boy go. I'm like, damn, that's kind of quick. That was a short-ass relationship. You trying to let boy go that fast. So, boom. He finally come back to work, and I finally get a chance to talk to him. And I see that his car is filled with clothes again. So I'm like, yo, boy, I thought you was rocking with Ashley. What's going on with you now? He like, yo, bro, she ready to put me out. She trying to give me time to move out. It ain't going too well. So I'm like, what happened that fast? Y'all was Jay-Z and Beyonce. Now y'all Madea and some other shit going on. Like, what's going on with you? He was like, can I keep it 100 with you? I'm kind of embarrassed to say this, but you've been cool since day one. So I'm like, I said, bro, don't tell me no freaky shit you into now. I ain't with all the funny shit. He like, nah, it's not that. So I'm like, what's good with you? So he kind of went like this. I ain't gonna get it up. So I said, what? And then he kind of was trying to mumble it out, so I couldn't. So I'm like, boy, stop fucking playing me. What you say, bro? He said, I can't get it up. Get what up, nigga? Your legs working fine. Your arms can swing, right? He like, nah, I can't get it up. I said, no, bro, how old are you? He like, I'm 26. Why you can't get it up? He like, I don't know. So it was a long silence. It was like a long pause between me and him. I'm just kind of looking like, boy, what's wrong with you? I said, he was like, I don't know. Like, so he kind of was just like silent for a minute. I'm like, Ashley got a nice body, so what's the issue? He said, I know, bro, I know, like, so what's the problem? I don't know, man. You not attracted to her or something? He like, yeah, like we be kissing and everything, and it's just, it won't get up for her. I don't know. So I said, you do foreplay? He like, foreplay, what's that? Oh, you know, foreplay, suck on the nipples a little bit, eat the cooch, get her roused, play with her feet, massage her feet, suck her toes, shit like that. He like, yeah, I believe we do. I believe we do. So I looked at him and said, bro, are you a virgin? He kind of just like gave me that look like, yeah, bro, I ain't want to say that part. He like, this is shit that bugged me out. He goes, I'm kind of a virgin, but I'm kind of not. So I'm like, what the fuck that mean? He like, I'm kind of a virgin, I'm kind of not. Bro, what the fuck that mean? He said, I had sex. Okay. So you're not a virgin? He said, I said, wait a minute. What kind of sex did you have? You had sex with a girl, right? So he kind of went like this. Not exactly. So I'm like, yo, bro, what's good with you? He like, I'm okay. I'm fine. And stuff like that. Ain't nothing really wrong. So, bro, I'm like, yo, bro, wait a minute. I said, are you attracted to men? I said, are you attracted to men or something? He like, nah. So, you confusing me here. You said you had sex, but it wasn't with a woman. So was it a man? He was like, yeah. So you're gay? He like, no. So if you're not gay, what do you refer to as? He was like, I don't know, bro. I said, did you tell Ashley, like, you know what I mean, this was going on? He was like, no, I don't want her to judge me, and I don't want her to look at me different. Plus, I really like the girl. So I'm like, all right, that's what's up. You should tell her, like, let her know, like, you kind of never had sex with a woman before. Then she gonna look at me funny. I looked at you funny because it's the way you making it seem, my brother. It's the way you making it seem. And you ain't making it seem too good right now. So I said, let's switch up the subject right now, right? Let's just get back into Ashley. So I go, this Ashley situation, right? Have you ever watched porn and then try to get into it with her? So he go, no, I never did that before, but I do watch porn. I say, wait a minute. Let's not get too hasty. What kind of porn you watch, bro? He said, I watch women, girls on girls, guys and girls, gang bangs. All right, so you watch regular shit. You get aroused. He like, yeah, I get hard on. I said, now, when you watch porn, is she around? No. Why not? She don't like porn. I said, oh, okay. Okay, now we getting somewhere. So I said, how about this? How about you watch it before you get into it with her? That way you already turned on and then you go at her. He was like, I never thought about trying that because I'm not too good at multitasking. I said, bro, you better learn before your ass be on the street. I don't want to mean it to seem like that, but bro, you need a place to stay, especially if you want to maintain your job. You know what I mean? You maintain your car and your bills and all that. Living in your car ain't good. He's like, you right. You absolutely right, whatever. If I want to maintain, if you really like her, you go and do what you got to do to please her, right? He like, yeah. So boom. Apparently he tried to do it. He said that he spoke to her because apparently they wasn't speaking for like a good 2-3 days. She was already about to she was already talking to somebody else. And what I didn't know about Ashley was a little hoe on the low. She one of them little hoes on the low. Like, you would have thought she was a wholesome girl, but no. She a little hoe on the low. You feel me? Like, she one of them girls that she'll probably have her OnlyFans. You won't know about it because she don't talk about it. She don't post about it. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is putting me on game. Like, Ashley a little ho. Couple niggas at the job smashed and dashed on her. Plus, Ashley come from a family of money. And the reason why she was so into Lenny is because Lenny wasn't after her money. You know what I'm saying? He was really after her for who she is. A lot of the guys and a lot of people that she come in contact with, they know she come from money, so they try to really be her friend, you feel me? And Lenny, that wasn't the case. When she told him that she was from money, he kind of was like, oh, that's very nice. He kind of like don't care for that. Like, I don't care if you got money. I like you for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you're not trying to, buy me or nothing like that, then I'm cool. So she liked him for that. He wasn't materialistic, and neither was she. She was calm with, a made up call for Valentine's Day type of chick. You don't get too many of those chicks nowadays. If you ain't coming with a Birkin, she ain't really fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get back to the story. So he spoke to her. You know what I'm saying? He spoke to her, whatever, and he was going to try to make it do what it do now. And the sense of him talking to her, you feel me? And the sense of him talking to her and all that. And the sense of him talking to her and all that, right? Her friends jumped in the picture, was like, yo, nah, leave my homegirl alone. She about to move on from you, this and that and the third. She good. And I'm like, yo, mind y'all. I stepped in on his behalf, like, yo, mind your business. That's they situation. Y'all two mind y'all neck. Black girl, like, who you talking? I'm talking to you. Like, mind your neck. Like, my boy want to jump back on his John, let him jump back on it. If she don't want it, he'll have to fall back. Other than that, let them talk. So Ashley like, yeah, he right, girl. Let us talk. So the Spanish girl, she jumped on me. Oh, you mad cute and you aggressive. I like that, Poppy. I'm like, chill, shorty, chill. You don't want these problems over here. You know? She's like, ooh, man, you toxic. Come here, bring your little toxic caramel ass here. I'm like, yo, these women is crazy. So they talking. He talked to her about, getting back together for the night. And Ashley was like a nympho. It's how he explained she was. She's a real nympho. She craves for sex every now and then. She prefers one partner, but she's like a nympho. Like, the first time, they went to her crib, she was trying to get at him. And it just wasn't going. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a couple days that was going on, and he ain't tell me. I had found out through her friends, like, she a real nympho. She requires sex when she's dating. So, like, and the girls was telling me it's like even been times she gave him head and it just wouldn't get up. So the girls is really giving me the juice on Ash. Like, she really, like, her black friends, like, she really a hoe. She got money and niggas want her for her money, and they was really giving me the rundown. Right? They was really giving me the rundown and shit. So fast forward, Lenny tried it. He tried watching porn, and it worked in his favor. It worked in his favor. Now, he tells me they had sex. He liked it. He enjoyed it. Bang, bada, boom. She tells her friend a totally different story. You feel me? She tells her friend a totally different story. Yeah, they had sex. Yeah, they enjoyed it. She also tells her friends, right, he only wanted to fuck me in the ass. I said, what? One day Lenny didn't come to work. He had a dentist appointment or some shit like that. So he didn't, no, it was overnight. He said he had a dentist appointment and he was on painkillers or something like that to keep some type of swelling down. So he stayed home one night or whatever the situation was. He just didn't come to work. And the girls, we was at break. We was on lunch break. And the girls, I'm sitting with the girls and they talking. And the black girl goes, so you know your homeboy a little fruit basket, right? So I'm like, what you mean? My boy, you got a girlfriend right here. So Ashley, like, she looked at me like, I don't know about all that. She was like, Ashley, I thought y'all, I thought y'all made men's. I thought y'all had it in. I thought you finally let him, slay that dragon. She said, yeah, boy slay the dragon. Boy come with problems though. So I'm like, what problems he come with? She said, he come with problems. I said, oh, all right. And she's like, no, the Spanish girl go, no, bitch, tell him what else you told us. I said, he only want to fuck me in the ass. That's the only reason why we had sex. I said, oh. It was quiet at the table for a good quiet at the table for like a good 2 seconds before the black girl was like, he a booty. He must be on the DL. He must be on the DL, right? And Ashley was like, yeah, it's a couple of guys in here that's like that. So I said, oh, shit, that's crazy. The Spanish girl rubbing on my hand like, I hope you ain't like that, Poppy. I said, no, sweetie. Your boy over here like coochie. He like Teddy's. He likes to put his face in the coche. So she like, oh, you want to put your face in this Spanish mommy coochie? I'm like, oh, chill, I'm eating. Chill, I'm eating, right? So she was like, I felt like every time we was having sex, all he wanted to do was put it in my butt. Like, I got him hard, and I sat on it, and then he was like, come on, let's do it in the butt again. And she was just like, I don't want to keep doing it in my butt. Like, I want to feel your dick in my vagina. Like, so, and then what also she said, what made it weird was, he likes fingers in his ass. I said, oh, that's too much information. Keep that shit to yourself. You done said enough. No more. I'm eating. So she was laughing. They laughing at me. I'm eating. No more. I don't want to hear more about, no, he's into your ass type shit. And then she topped it off with like, and she said, when I was sucking his dick, I put my middle finger in his butt, and he was coming instantly. I said, come on. I said, I'm eating. No more. She said, I'm just letting you know, did you know he was into like anal? I said, no, I don't know that man's sexual life. I don't know all that. Knowing I know this nigga was mook because he took it in his booty the first time he had a sexual encounter. I didn't tell her that. That's not my business to tell her that. That's his business if you want to tell her that. But eventually she's finding out like she's thinking he might be a little mook. So, or he might just be bisexual. Who knows? So she was like, I don't think I want to date him no more, whatever the situation was. So he had all his stuff in the car because of it. Apparently they didn't make men's, right? They didn't make men's. She went home, took all his stuff out, threw it outside. She wasn't with it. And before she did all that, she spoke to him and was like, I don't want to keep having sex in my ass. Can we do something else? And he was kind of like, no. That's all he basically was like, can we just keep trying it like every now and then? She was like, no. Like, so they had a big argument. It got really physical. She kind of just like was like, no. And coming back to work, her 2 friends put it out there like he's on the DL, he's into ass. They did that. She didn't do that. So they was putting it out there that he might be a little gay or whatever. And it was, it was like actually gay men that worked with us that was trying him. And he was like, yo, I ain't into that, And somebody was like, yo, word is, you like to fuck, you like, fingers in your ass. You know what I mean? You like to play with your ass. And he was kind of like low-key on the DL. I was like, yo, that's that man business or whatever, you feel me? That's that man business. You know what I'm saying? So I was hearing this, the rumor going around that he was into that shit. But when you got somebody that you fuck with at work that's providing information that you really into that, it's really gonna catch up to you, my dude. And he didn't take a liking to how she played that out, and oh damn, it's cold out here. How she played that out and how she did him like that. So they really had it bad, and it was so bad that the people at work started to knowing how bad it got between the two, because they was always arguing. And she was like, I ain't start the room, and this and the third. It kind of put him on edge. And, you know, people was kind of making fun of him for it. They was bullying him for it and whatever. Like I said, he's not much of a built dude. He's about 5'6", and he's slim, so he ain't really got too much weight. You feel me? So her friends started the rumor about him, and you know, the gay dudes was playing around with him and all that, trying to, you know, see if they can get at him, and he really wasn't with it. So that kind of bothered him to the point where he went off edge, right? And he went to her crib one night and he smoked her. Like he killed that girl. He killed that girl, Ashley. You feel me? He literally killed her. He went to her crib, he raped her, and he killed her. And came to work like shit was sweet. You know what I'm saying? But before he did it, you feel me? They argued for like a whole week, and then like, but when they argued, they was only arguing at work. I don't know what was going outside of work, because that's not really none of my business. But they was arguing at work, but it was every now and then. It wasn't too crazy that they was arguing for it to raise flags. But boy killed shorty, and then he worked for like that one good week. You know what I'm saying? And then I guess the end of the week, the end of our work week or whatever. She didn't come to work for like 3 days. So people was worried about what was going on with her, even her friends. So, you know, they eventually went to her crib, and, you know, her family that she, you know, she speaks to regularly went to her crib, and they found her body. And, you know, after that went down, it was an investigation going on. You know what I'm saying? There was a big investigation going on. Boy ended up quitting, and he did. Now, when that went down, the whole investigation and all that went down, you know what I'm saying? They was like, was she dating anybody at work? And, you know, there was a couple guys at the job that she was messing with. So, but him quitting at around the time that they found out about her, it brought big suspicions up and everything. So boy skated, like he disappeared off the face of the earth, like. And when police found out who he was, you feel me? They said he was in another situation further upstate where he killed somebody. It was a dude that he killed, and I'm assuming they said the dude that he killed, he was gay. So it kind of makes sense now, like, of what his situation was. You know what I'm saying? So that's the story on Lenny. You feel me? Right now they still ain't catch boy. Boy, he in the win right now. You know what I'm saying? He's in the win right now. And R.I.P. Ash. You know what I'm saying? Cool girl, but she ain't had to go out like that. But honestly, him going off edge was due to the fact that the rumor started because of her friends. You feel me? So, but that's not nothing to say, like, that's not, you know, technically her fault for her dying, but, you know, her friends should have just stayed out of it and left it where it was. They ain't really had to start that rumor, and he ain't had to do what he did neither. But, you know, like I said, boy still on the loose, boy still on the run. And he was only at that job for like 2 months, literally. She been working there for a good couple years, you feel me? So they still on him right now. They looking for him. You know what I'm saying? That's the story on Lenny, man. It's your boy Carter TV. I'm out.